In today's video, I'm going to show you how to remove the carburetor assembly on a Honda GX160. This is a very popular engine. It's been cloned by Harbor Freight. It's basically pretty trouble-free engine. Put them on a lot of things: log splitters, air compressors, cement mixers, you name it. It's probably using a Honda GX160 or the clone. Predator is the name brand of the clones from Harbor Freight. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to take the carburetor off in case you're going to clean yours, replace yours, check the gaskets, whatever. First thing you want to do, Honda comes with a fuel shutoff here. If your engine is running, turn it in the off position and run it till it dies. That'll get all the gas out of the carburetor bowl and make things a lot less messy. And if it's not able to run, you could take this, again, turn this off and leave it off, and take this drain screw out there and let it out into a appropriate container for proper disposal. In this case, just to show you what's going on here, take a 10mm, the one on the side, there's one on the bottom, that holds the bowl on. You can take that one too and just take the whole bowl off, but to do it a neater way, you're going to want to take yours and take the side one out, and then you don't have to worry about the thing flopping and dripping all over the wrong way. Next thing, let's just take the air cleaner cover off. This is just basically a rain cap. Keeps all the big junk out too. A lot of times there's a foam element around here. This one was rotted, so I just took it off and left it off. And then this allows us to get at the hardware, which is one here and two here that we need to get off. So the first one I'm going to do is right up here. 10mm, another 10 in the front. Is just a nut. Another 10 nut. Those are the ones that basically hold it all onto the engine. Then we want to get this off, and I'm going to bring you around to the side here and show you what I'm doing. So right here is a crankcase ventilation. It takes the crankcase gases, puts them into the carburetor. It's just a hose. You need to release that to get it off. Then you've got a gasket, and you can mark these, mark them however you need to do it to make sure they go in the right order. It's a metal spacer with a gasket within it, not just a gasket. Then we got to take off the fuel line. Now when we take off the fuel line, there's going to be fuel that wants to come out. But I found that fits pretty good for plugging it off. You can tip the engine back, you can drain the fuel tank out, whatever you want to do. But a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, if you jam it in that fuel line, it's usually just about the right size to prevent leaks. There's a little spring clip down here at the bottom. We want to try to get that up out of the way first. Sometimes easier said than done. Then I'm going to just try prying the line. Stick my screwdriver in there. Hopefully far enough. There we go. Now, the carburetor should be fairly easy to come off. Let me see if I can set this down on something. There we go. Now this should pull straight out to me, and as it does, I'm going to take the spring out of the little hole. The lever, if you open this up all the way to the clockwise, the lever pulls straight up, and there's your carburetor. Now I've got you looking right in where the carburetor was mounted on these two studs here. And one important thing I wanted to show you about reassembly is this is a plastic plate. There's a gasket behind that, and there's a gasket that was all the way over here, the orange part. As you can see, it has a hole for atmospheric vent that vents the part of the carburetor down. Do not use gasket sealer. You can see the factory did not. You do not have to. Don't goop it up there. Fill this channel nor that hole, and your engine won't run right. So just use the dry gasket. Clean off all the gasket material 100% all the way around. Put the new gasket on. Then you're ready to go. You may want to replace the one in back of this just in case, because if that one was bad, it would be sucking raw air, not getting proper fuel mix. So other than that, it's just reassemble as necessary. Torque these bolts down to specification, whatever the factory says. I don't actually have the spec. I just tighten them to feel. But if you're really concerned, tighten yours down to spec. Put it all back together, turn the fuel on, reconnect your fuel line, same way you took it apart. Thanks for watching.